on Excel, learning Excel formulas.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is the new thing you learned today?
So, 5 to 6 formulas like VLOOKUP, double VLOOKUP, nested if, VLOOKUP duplicates, and match function, match with index with match function, and so, all sort of advanced filter. So I have actually, I bought I've taken the paid course from one of from online institute, and I'm learning through that advanced Excel.
So how much you're paying for that thing, advanced Excel?
So I have paid 3,000 for that advanced Excel course.
So have you completed the course or still going on?
I have completed the course, but I'm still that practicing again and again, because it is a new to me. And if someone gives me any challenge in Excel, like, okay, try to find out this value from this data, so I will get stuck. So that's why I'm practicing continuously. So everything will be in mind. And when we try when we keep practicing, we will able to find our own mistakes, like where I'm lacking, where I'm making mistakes. So next time I will not repeat the same mistake while executing the same formula or anything.
Especially practicing is a key for everything, even for learning
Yes,
English. Practicing is very important.
yes, right. Today we are also, like, I'm also practicing with you the English conversation, and sometimes people get demotivated, especially with me. Like, I'm practicing with you the English conversation, talking with you, but I'm not using vocabularies, good vocabularies, not using very fancy sentences and all to impress you. So, but at the on the other side of mind, there is a good mind, there's a bad mind. So on the other side, that is good mind, which says that, okay, initially you have to be very simple. You just need to bring that fluency. You just need to be get into the habit of speaking English. Once you're uh, once you have a good exercise of speaking English, so later on it will become easy for you to use any kind of words, even if the pronunciation is a bit different. So you will not face that much problem while pronouncing or while sentence formation. And even if you are not getting some words in your mind, so that will go away
Mhm.
with the time when you keep practicing.
That's true. That's true. That is always true. Okay. So today I can feel that the signal is very good. I can hear your voice perfectly today.
So yes, sometimes I don't know, it may be a network problem, or it may be a Skype problem, or it may be a phone problem.
Okay. So
So we
so
don't
we,
have something like Windows. We can diagnose and find out from where mistake, where the mistake is lying. So there's nothing like that.
sometimes we can learn many things, right? But until unless we implement those things, we cannot remember those things. We'll forget those things. Have
Yes,
you
right.
noticed it? Right. Even
Yes.
even we even I tried learning Excel. I learned many formulas, but if you ask me, I will remember only few formulas, because those those are the formulas I used it in my daily life, so I can remember. Those formula I don't use, I will forget. So what is
Yes,
your
right. Even
opinion
if
on
you know the use, like how to use it, but if you are not using, frequently, so later on you will face some problem with the using that particular formula.
that? Correct, correct. I noticed it. So the thing is, whatever we learn, we should do some practice or we should implement it. Only then we can remember those things for a longer time.
Hmm.
Right. So that is the reason why whatever we read before, like during our school time, we read something, but we don't know anything about it right now, isn't it? Because
Right.
we did not put it in practical life.
Right.
Right. So that is how the skill works. Okay, good, good, good. So you're doing a lot of things, I believe, apart from learning communication skills.
Actually,
You are learning.
I have not acquired enough skills.
Okay.
because I'm just surviving on just one skill. Like if I get a job somewhere in KPO company or call center, so that's not going to help me. And if my if my, like, what do you say, if I want to earn 50,000 or 1 lakh per month, so that skill, it's not going to help me. I have to learn new skills. So when I'm going for an interview in any other company, so I can show them, I can present them that, okay, these are the sort of skills I have, and which will be valuable for your company. So you can, on that basis, you can hire me, and I can also on that skill basis, I can ask for a high salary.
That is
So
true.
I'm
That is
just acquiring skills, new skills like communication and advanced Excel. Apart from that, I'm also into data analyst and all those things. Because if you have heard about recession, like if I'm working in IT company and suddenly a recession hits, okay, so I should have other different skills, so I can survive in the market.
that's true. That's true. So we should always keep on enhancing our skills. Otherwise,
Yes,
we'll be thrown out of the company anytime.
right, right.
And nowadays, everything is getting automated, right? Even
Yes,
if we take BP or IT company, everything is getting automated. So
automated.
soon, like many people might lose job. So what is your opinion about it?
Okay. So again, there is a good thing, there is a bad thing. Like definitely, if I run a company, I will, definitely go with 50% of automation work, and 50% of the work should be done by the employee. Okay, so the employment will be there, and also, I will be in profit if I use automation more and more. If I talk about from employer perspective, and if
Mhm.
I talk about talk from uh, employee perspective, so it should not be there, it should be very minimal, it should be very minimum, like automation. Because if you don't use so it will create more opportunity for the uh, okay, sorry, it will create more opportunity for the people who are jobless. So they will get job in a company if there is if there is automation is very less.
Even if you see the banks, okay, previously in banks, like for example, 100 people were working. Now only 25 people are working in banks because everybody started using ATM machines and everybody started using apps, banking apps.
Yes, yes, right. Even I also like in 2 or 3 years, I just have visited ATM to withdraw money twice or thrice, I think. Because since uh, like after launch of that UPI, after the launch of UPI, Paytm, Phone Pay, everything has become digital, and every vendor has their scan. Phone
Quick
Pay,
check.
Paytm. So if even if you want to buy a ₹5 item or product, you can easily buy that product and pay through UPI.
That's true.
So you
even
don't need
even
to carry the cash.
even a small pani puri shop has a scanner now, right?
Right, right. Even a cobbler, cobbler
Even
setting
cobbler,
roadside,
yeah, correct, correct.
everyone.
Even we can pay like 5 rupees. Even recently I paid 5 rupees in a Xerox shop.
Right, right. At same place, I have also paid. I took a printout of my
Same.
vaccination
Mhm.
to get the pass from the railway. So they were asking for the vaccination certificate. So I downloaded the vaccination certificate. Went to the Xerox machine. That time, as I said, I never carry cash with me, because I knew that everywhere uh,
UPS.
digitalization is there. So everyone has Phone Pay, Paytm everywhere. So I went to the that Xerox machine, and I took two printout, and it costed me somewhere four. So I paid that shop ₹5 with a UPI.
So I was shocked, like, that is good, no? Like, because I was having 500 rupees. I gave the 500 rupees. He said, I don't have a change. So I said, can I pay through scanner? Yes, he said. So I paid. So that is how it works.
Hmm.
So it's
So
making
that,
our job easier.
yes, yes. At some places, like as you said, my opinion on automation, like there are places where automation is necessary, because for human being, uh, at some place for human being it is very tough job. Okay, so in that case, some people, they are able to execute the things, there are some people not able to execute the things, because it different, varies from intelligence of the people, different people. So their automation, is a revolutionary, and it helps the employer to get the job done in a best possible way, with the minimum errors, and with the better output and all that.
Even the mechanical job has become like automated nowadays. Everything is
Hmm.
getting automated, right?
And by the
Even
way,
with
like, if you don't mind, what is your qualification like? You are
I
an
did
engineer
BS,
guy.
I did BSc in chemistry, not an engineer. I'm a science
Okay,
student. I did
science
BSc
student.
in
Okay,
chemistry.
and now you're full time in this English area, or you do work from home in some
No, this
company?
is my part-time job. Whenever I get a spare time, it's a full and full like a part-time job.
Okay,
So it's
so
not
you
a
work in some organization, right?
yeah, yeah. I work in an organization. This is my part-time job. I'm also
Mhm.
working in BPO like you.
So you are doing work from home?
Yeah, I'm doing work from home currently. What about? Are you also working from home?
Okay. No. Could you repeat your question?
Like, are you working from home or are you going to office? Right?
No, I'm also doing work from home. So if you talk about cases, the COVID cases in Maharashtra or Mumbai, it's very high as comparatively to other states of India. So it's very high. So that's why companies has promoted the work from home culture.
So, do you have a laptop or a desktop?
They have provided the desktop, app, system, all that, but I'm not using that system. I have my own laptop, so I connect so I use my own laptop for the work purpose, office.
You prefer laptop than desktop, right? Like, do you prefer working laptop? Because I believe desktop is comfortable than laptop.
Comfortable, because it occupies much space, more space in house, and there are like 6 to 7 connections are there when you set up a desktop, from CPU to desktop, from CPU to socket, from monitor to CPU, from monitor to socket, then keyboard, then mouse, and then LAN cable, all those things.
Correct.
So that something is messy. That is the reason I prefer working with a laptop.
And it consumes a lot of space also, as you said.
Yes, and if you are working with laptop, and somehow if you want to sit somewhere else, like so you can go to some other place also for working. But in case of system, you cannot take the whole system and set up somewhere else.
Correct. Correct. Even you can go to the nearest railway station, park, and you can work from there.
Yes.
Or even we can go to seashore. Right? It's a
Yes,
nice place
yes.
to do some work.
Hmm.
So yeah, we can do that. Okay. So what is today's topic? We are speaking something which is not related to topic today. So we can discuss something related topic today. Let me open the document.
Yes, so this is something related to political, and it is always advised and recommended that whenever two people, like friends or the stranger, they are in conversation, one should not talk about the politics, because it may
Correct.
lead to dispute. It may
Correct.
lead to fight between two people.
We can
Yes,
talk about politics, but
yes,
we
yes, yes,
cannot talk about like political parties. Then only
yes,
the
right.
problem will come. But
Okay,
in
yes,
general,
yes, yes.
we can talk about politics. That is not a big deal.
Mhm.
So, are you
Yes.
interested in politics?
No,
Don't have any.
because I want to live a simple life, and really, I think about big tech companies, and about their owner, about their CEO. Like, after getting to the top of the, like, now they are very rich. They have lots of money. So why they are still working hard? They can easily uh, they can easily live their life. And even their coming generation, like fourth generation, fifth generation also can live a better standard of life, a good standard of life, because they have that much amount of money. But why they still struggle? So that kind of mentality I have in my mind. So that is the reason, if I think, if I get someday 1 crore rupees, or like 60 lakh, or 2 crore, 5 crore in my account, so I will stop hustling, I will stop uh, working anywhere. I will just enjoy the life, and like that mentality I have.
So you have that kind of mentality.
Yes.
So in case, okay, in case think like you are a prime minister of India for one day.
Mm.
So what are the things you will do? What are the first thing you will do?
So the first thing is, we have to protect our borders from our neighboring countries. The second thing is we have to uplift. We have to raise the standard of living of our own people living in the country. So like is like uplifting from poverty line to to a better standard of to a best better standard. So that is the second thing. And so it's these two main points comes in my mind, like raising the standard of living of the people who are below poverty line, and second thing is securing the border. And these two things comes in my mind.
Okay, so for improving the employment, what are the steps will you take?
uh, for for employment, so I have heard about China, like they are more into, or China or other developed countries, they are more into giving skills. They are more into like they are enabling people to acquire skills, become acquire skills. But nowadays what happened, so that same that same thing I will apply in my country also. I will we have heard about that one program, government program, NSTL, National Development Skill Program, like that. So where government facilitates you to learn something in which you are good. Okay, so you will get experience, you will get training. After getting the training, you will become independent, you have skill, you can go out anywhere in the market and get the job, because you have some skill, you can work anywhere. So same thing applies. Like why the unemployment is there in our country, for that maybe like if there is a 60 to 70% unemployment, so maybe 10 or 20% or 25% unemployment is because they don't have the skill. Even if they have completed the engineering, they have completed the graduation, but they know nothing about that subject which they have studied. If you ask something about related to education, or something about related to market, something about business, so they won't be able to speak about some about that. So they don't have, they lack skills.
Exactly.
So due to lack of skills, there are a major chunk of unemployment is there.
Because we lack of skilled labors here.
Yes.
That is a problem. Like even there is a proverb in Japan says, rather than giving a man a fish, teach him how to fish. Right.
Rather than giving a man.
A fish. Rather than
Okay,
giving
okay,
a man
yes,
a
yes, yes.
fish, teach him how
Yes.
to fish. Okay, once he
How
know
to
how to
fix.
fish, he can do it on a daily basis. He can
Right, right,
earn his own fish. So that is a
right,
proverb
right.
in Japan.
Yes, rather than giving him a fish,
Teach him how to fish.
teach him how to fish. Yes.
That's a wonderful proverb. I read it somewhere in a book, I believe. So I remember
Yes,
the story.
even there is a story on this. Like every day, a fisherman, after catching the fish, he comes and he finds in the path that one beggar. He always asks for that, fish or some money. So one day he decided that okay, I will, ask him. I will, find a way to train him, to teach him like how he can work, or how he can catch a fish and sell the fish. From that, he can make money and become independent.
That's a wonderful thing, no? Like if you teach someone a skill, so if you give some food, definitely they are going to be a beggar always. But if you know how to
Yes.
how to earn the money, then definitely they will not take anymore. Like they know how to
Right.
make the money.
Yes, right.
Okay, Hari, like we spoke for like 24 minutes, I believe. Now. So we can go to the feedback session. Okay.
Yes.
Only few things I've noticed today. Other than that, you spoke exceptionally well, and I can see that you improved a lot. Like you are not using right? You're not using many Previously, you used to use many right?
Yes, actually, in between the conversation, I realized that okay, I'm using so I suddenly tried to minimize that
Now you have
and because of that because of that I was not able to focus on topic and not able to deliver my uh, what's there in my mind or heart.
but
So
I can see that you have considerably reduced the amount of using than previous conversation. You have already
mhm.
so it's a good thing here.
Yes, next time I will also try to improve, not to use to use very less.
Okay. Can you spell this word?
Pronouncing
Okay, now it is correct, but when you spoke, I heard it differently. Now it is perfect.
new skills.
So it should be new skills, not new skills. We should not use the same word again and again. It's
Okay,
incorrect.
okay. So instead of using new skills, we can say new skills.
New skills.
Recession.
Recession. Okay, cool.
Okay, recession.
Recession. Okay.
Okay.
These are things I've noticed. Other than that, you spoke really well, and you used wonderful words today. I found that today I noticed that you use wonderful new words. Vocabulary is good, and the phrases use nice phrases when you spoke. That was really good, and your answers also like perfect answers. Whatever the question being asked, even though it was not relevant to the topic today, but your answers were really good, and I like your thought process and the way you are coming.